Hello, everyone, and welcome to again Baltimore by Night, a Vampire the Fifth Edition Masquerade Chronicle thing. Yes, as you can see, we are once again down a player. Aya, who plays Kozaline, is not available right now. She is life, um, as you do. But thank you for joining us, and hopefully you are enjoying the Chronicle as it is winding down to its final arcs ish. Um. Let's see. Editor, what did we do last time?
All I remember is that we ended the session with mm, Liz asking Sophia if she would help her to figure out who it is that's spying on her grandma.
Anything else happened that was important?
They watched Cars.
That's
There was an
Did watch
right.
impromptu movie.
Cars.
There was a movie night.
Mm-hmm.
Sean had a
Yeah.
problem with the world
Sean
building.
called Mari a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Mari started hearing voices.
Explicitly.
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot
I
that.
forgot about that too.
Marty started hearing voices.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
a shadow or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a shadow. She
Yeah.
followed it around.
And you guys were arguing over what disciplines to use to figure out what is going on, and then someone remembered unseen, where you can see the unseen. And it was like, oh yeah, that's a very useful one. Let's see.
Maybe I
And
want other people to try.
I was making friends, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's right. You met that Vanessa bitch.
I thought you met with Millie.
I met with Millie.
Yeah, met
I-
both.
I feel like you met both.
Yeah, because I believe
Yeah.
you met Millie at Vanessa's place.
I did, yeah.
At Pep Me Up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So technically, yes. I'm making friends.
Mm-hmm.
Friends.
Yeah. And in a day or so, you'll be going to France.
France, yes, France is coming up.
There was a discussion about killing John Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Liz did say something to Sophia about killing John Thomas.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a thing.
I'm sure that's not going to backfire on me.
No,
There's no way that could go poorly.
it's a good idea to tell his childer that and then leave the country for a few days.
Mhm.
Well, technically, I'm supposed to be coming with you, so
Hmm.
if Liz keeps me too busy to talk to him, maybe I won't tell him.
She's gonna keep you busy for a long, long time.
We've got a stakeout. Wait, I hope she doesn't bring a steak.
So, we did not. It wasn't the end of the night, was it? It was in the middle of the night that you asked Sophia for help, right? Brujah?
I don't remember.
I think so. Because it was shortly after I got done with my, little get to know you session. And that probably was around midnight that I finished up there.
Yeah, so we're started with there, right after Elizabeth has asked Sophia to help find this person. So let's start there. All right.
So Liz, what's your plan?
I don't really have much of one just yet. I mean, all I know is that they were there on this night. She said they don't come every night. But then again, that's when she sees them. So perhaps they do come every night and she just doesn't see them every night.
How many nights worth of video footage have you taken?
How many nights have I taken, Kevin? I would have started that first night. I think it's been like 3 nights since then.
Mm.
And kept it going. So I'll check the footage from the last few nights, see if they showed up again.
Fast forward. You see various people go and go in and out of the room and stuff. You see what appears to be while your grandma's sleeping, a worker, maybe taking something out of one of her drawers. But other than that, you do see in the one video of the Same individual kind of just looking in through the window,
Mm.
through the walls.
Well, it looks like in 2 nights they've come back, or in 3 nights they came back. They came twice.
Good odds we'll catch them again if we sit on the room for a couple nights in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We only have a little bit of time though, isn't still planning to go to France.
Yeah. So I guess let's do it tonight.
That's probably sooner the better, so why not? How do we want to go about it?
Yeah, is there like an easy place where we can kind of do a stakeout, Kevin? I guess we could get on like the roof.
I am capable of doing a thing that might be helpful, depending
Like
on
doing a thing?
depending on this individual's abilities per se. If I stay very still and in the same place,
Mm-hmm.
I can make myself invisible.
Oh, that's pretty dang helpful.
Yes.
Ma'am, don't put that in your mouth. That's gross.
I'm sorry, I was hungry.
Um, that sounds like a great idea. So, do I have... Give me a second. I'm looking at my disciplines to see if I have something that will help me get on the roof.
I have something for that too, but I don't need to be. Can I help her get on the roof if she needs it? I have cat's grace, so I'm able to balance on surfaces as if I'm a world-class trapeze artist.
You could also use the stairs to get to the roof.
I mean, that's not interesting.
Oh, I have
Voice in the
soaring
sky.
leap.
Ooh,
I can jump straight up 23 feet
I want.
or 20 feet. It's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Or
Why
we
don't
could
you
take
do
the
that more
stairs.
often?
Because I don't need it.
I mean, that's fair, but it's still amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I've used it when I've needed it. You haven't seen gotten in that many fights with us.
No, I mean, there was that hotel thing, but I was too busy climbing up one side of a building, jumping down the other, and smashing through a window.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to be on the roof with you? Do you want me to be on the ground level near the window
No,
that
maybe
you've
be on the
seen?
ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't we head over there and we'll
Yeah.
pick out our locations? Because I want to find something with some natural cover too, just in case whoever this individual is can.
Happens to be able to
It's-
see through it.
Yeah, they've got a little more extra special ability than we think.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Do we
hit
take my motorcycle or her car? My motorcycle's less recognizable.
That is true.
but are you
Cozy's
willing
gonna
to-
kill me.
I mean, but also like a motorcycle kind of stands out though.
Not if we park it up the street.
Is Elizabeth willing to ride bitch to Sophia?
Cozy's
Cozy.
gonna be so pissed.
Cozy's gonna kill me.
You are just you're trying to tempt Aya to fucking murder you, aren't
I
you?
love Aya. I love you.
That doesn't mean you're not trying to get her to murder you.
That's fair.
Yeah,
So-
fuck it. Let's do that.
So you motorcycle over to your grandma's retirement community.
Yeah.
Park about 2 blocks up from the community and walk the rest of the way.
You're walking, see a couple old people walking to the community at night. Some old people like to walk at night under the stars.
It's fair.
Couple security guards just looking, you know. You do have to go through like a security gate. You just have to be like, Elizabeth knows how to get
Oh
through.
yeah. I got no problem doing that part.
And as you arrive there, we will cut to Mari.
Hello.
Hi, Mari. So, what are you doing for the second half of the night?
Okay, well, Cozy has disappeared and Sean left after cars. So I've had a talk with Sean. I've had a talk with Cesare. Mm.
Uh,
Do I hear the voice?
Um, yeah, you hear the voice occasionally as you're, going back, and it's just like, you're doing great, doing amazing. I want to trust that one person, though. She seems
What
weird.
what person?
Your friend who likes to disappear dramatically and wears capes. Never trust anyone wearing capes.
Cozy's my best friend.
You chose poorly.
Mm.
The other person, who though their advice is wrong, is a better friend. He's honest with you. I don't think there's much upstairs for them, though.
Uh. Mm.
But I'm your friend. You can trust me.
Are you? You won't even tell me your name.
My name isn't important. You can call me whatever you want. What's a good name that you wish for me to have for our conversations? William? Randy? Chuck?
Uh.
Flamingo?
Mm.
Elizabeth?
Uh. Mm. I'll come back to you on that one.
Duck?
Duck?
Goose.
I just don't know voice. I don't know what to do anymore.
Be confident. Be strong. You've taken over a mafia. You've spilled so much blood in doing so. Why not have strength? You know what to do. Find what you want and take it. Then nothing stand in your way. Be
Mm.
thee living or dead. Or other.
Maybe you're right.
I mean, why did you go through all that trouble of killing your father if you weren't going to utilize your new resources?
I guess you're right. Should
Who do you wish
just
to kill now?
I want to kill uh I want to kill Millie Amato.
Well, you got an entire, mafia at your disposal. She's one of you, right? A creature of the night.
Are you not a creature of the night?
Not the same as you, no.
Okay,
Do you want my advice?
sure.
Find where this Millie lives, where she slumbers. Send your human slaves to her place and drag her body out in the sun. Let her burn. Let her turn to the ash before them. No problem. Maybe burn her house down with her in it. Or whatever.
I think I would like it to be more personable.
Then have them go stake her while she slumbers. Bring her corpse to you. Then pull it out and crush her head.
Hmm, that's a
Feed
good
upon her.
idea.
Feed
Huh?
upon her blood. Devour it. Drain her.
Maybe.
You keep what you kill. Kill her. Keep all of her stuff.
I'll have to think it over, boys. You've
Me.
given me a lot to think about.
No need to think. Just do. Thinking
Mm.
is keeps you in states of anxiety. Makes you
Mhm.
overthink things. You just keep playing what ifs, could be's, maybes in your head. Just
Mm.
and when you act, you don't have to worry about that.
You're right. I should just go out and take what I want.
You want man, take man. If you want woman, take woman. If you want life, take life.
Hmm.
It's yours for the taking. You're the superior one. You're mighty and strong. One of the shouters of Cain.
Is there like, I don't know, is there like a role I could make to think of someone who's trying to butter me up?
If you think of someone butter or wants to butter you up, there's a lot of people, but I know what you're talking about. When you're the
Yeah.
boss, everybody wants to butter the boss.
Mm.
You can roll. I say intelligence and occult.
Hang on.
You forgot your dice, didn't you?
Yeah. There's a Brad stall in here.
That's not a dice.
No. Mari. Intelligence and occult.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. Uh, so this is just one success, right? If it's up by itself.
No, the 2 stars it means it's a doubles. It's
Oh.
1, 10.
Okay. So
So if there's not a second one, then it doesn't
yeah.
count.
Okay, so
it's just a single.
four successes then.
As you're
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, 5 successes. I didn't see the other one. My eyes are bad.
what?
Yeah.
You wear glasses for reasons other than aesthetics?
I can't imagine.
I know. It's like, yeah. So you are, as you're thinking with the stuff and saying, you do remember that even though you've tried to over the years, like maybe hide it, get rid of it, there is an object that just kept appearing, and at the house, it was there when you killed your dad. It's just always in the shadows. Just a kind of nondescript black cane with a silver um like a silvery ball at the end of it. Remember gaining it long ago in a realm of, between different realms.
Is that a demon guy? Yeah, it's a demon. Oh, hey, you're the demon guy. Oh man, I should have known. I forgot about you.
I've never forgotten about you.
Mm. Huh. Are you good?
Yes. Well, yes, in a way, yes, I'm good.
Hmm. All right. Well, let's just, I guess we could hang out, going forward.
Sure.
Okay. Do you now that I know who you are, do you have a name or do you want me to name you still?
You can call me what you want. My prior owner called me Pig.
Oh, I remember that. I would I think I remember that. Maybe not. Yeah, you're a demon. I'll call you Calcifer.
Sounds familiar.
Hmm.
You got a cousin
You got a cousin?
named Calcifer.
Oh, okay.
But yes. But you're great. You can do this.
Thank you, Calcifer. I have that cane somewhere in this house.
It's at your dad's place.
Oh, okay. Then I guess for the rest of the night, I'll just head over there and grab it.
Yeah. Which is why when you were using Unseen, you saw the shadow stretching down the hall and everything. It's him stretching all the way to the cane.
Dang, he's got a reach.
Alright. As you go for that, let us cut to Jilon.
Hello.
Alright, so what is Jilon doing besides, I think, prepping for a trip to France and prepping a wedding? Anything particular?
He's mostly focused on the trip right now. The wedding is an indeterminate time in the future, but he has talked to some people to try to get them to talk to people that we might need. Like I mentioned, there might need a gangrel of some kind or someone who can move gargoyles around. At the moment, he's trying to finish up making his own special type of cane. That's to be done before we go. So he's like testing out that as a final object and like practicing with it a little bit. Well, he's at his business, I think, and they're just getting together the last of the things he's going to take and making last minute preparations. I know that when we were in Europe, there was like a special group that did vampire airplane travel across the ocean. Are they like the only way to do that, or would it be reasonable for Jilon to like get a private jet that everyone can fit in?
You can do that. The Giovanni family or the groupings that you used last time were kind of like an emergency
Oh,
get
okay.
out of town quick kind of thing. They were experts at smuggling around. With prep, you can definitely charter a aircraft more to your needs if you wanted to, if you have the resources.
I think I do. I've got 4,
Okay, you should have the resources for it then.
and it's a business expense.
Ah, yes, tax deductible. That's how you do it, folks. You create a business and then you buy things with a business credit card, so it's tax deductible.
You have to turn all of your passions into money, otherwise they're pointless. That's what we've learned
Yes.
in this stupid everything. Yeah, so he's practicing with his cane, listening to his assistant tell him about last minute preparations. He's not planning to kill any sires. He has no assassinations to get set up. There's no undead demon things to hang out with right now, so he's
That's
having a pretty mundane evening because
that's
nobody
very
invited
specific,
him.
though.
No one
Yeah.
invited him to movie night.
I know. People just did not invite
So
you.
he's just at work. His friends are all having a party, talking to demons, planning assassinations. He's swinging a cane around.
Mm.
It's fun though. He likes it.
As you're doing that, you see your favorite vampire sister walking into the room. Like, hey,
Good morning.
Sheila. Well, middle of the
Hello?
night, but yeah,
Well, it's after midnight.
true. So after midnight, noon would be afternoon. Yeah, that's interesting. We don't after midnight.
You have
Anyway,
a lot to learn. Once you've been around as long as I have, you'll get all the phrases and words that we use.
yeah. Did
What's
you
on
know
your mind?
that there are words that we still use occasionally, but aren't really part of the English language? They're called fossilized words.
Nope.
Yeah, like the word whom. It's in the process. We basically never use it. You can use who in every instance you would use whom, and it wouldn't change anything. But we still use still have the word in the lexicon occasionally for stuff like whom does it concern.
Yes, I have heard that before. It's a way to address a message if you don't know who it's
Yeah.
towards.
And then things like to and fro. We don't use fro often in conversation.
It's short for from.
But when's the last time you used it in a conversation for just casual conversation?
We're having a conversation with it right now. You're keeping it
Overwhelmed.
alive.
We're overwhelmed and underwhelmed. Very rarely whelmed.
Well, I mean, we're not a coastal city.
Hmm.
We're not beach folk, I think you'll find.
Yeah, there's a beach not too far, Ocean City here. It's not that great, but it
Oh
does
yeah.
do. Yeah.
I'm friends with the mayor from there.
Oh, you make a lot of good friends. Nice, nice.
Well, I make a lot of friends.
Hmm.
It's not up to me to decide if they're good or not.
Mm. So I hear you're going to France and everything. It's the talk of the town. Do
Yes.
you need someone to oversee your ventures here while you're gone?
Nope, I've built up a good support system for this business. I don't think you're ready for it, really. You haven't spent a lot of time working in this specific field.
That's
But I
fine.
appreciate your offer.
Yeah. I figured, we should become friendly and get to know each other more and just make sure we're on the same foot. I just had this feeling that you might have been slightly envious of me or jealous
Of you?
of me. Yeah,
Of
like you
me,
wanted,
of you.
like you wanted Lawrence all to yourself or something. Like you got the
Well,
impression you didn't like
I
that he chose someone else.
I used
But
to be like that, but I've come to realize that I can trust myself. And I've built up people around me who I can trust, and I don't need to rely on him as much as I used to.
Oh.
But it's good for you to do it because, you're just starting out.
Mhm.
You'll get there.
Yeah, apparently they're assigning someone called a shadow to help show and teach me things. Someone named
Ooh.
Pavel.
Oh, he's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
He really respects boundaries and he's always there when you need him.
Oh, that's wonderful.
He'll be able to tell you everything that's going on. If you ever have any questions about a person, a place, or a thing, the reporter's questions, just call him at any time or go to where he is or anything like that. He loves pop-ins.
Oh, so he was your shadow?
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Well,
for my
oh,
group. I had a group.
hopefully I'll get along with him as much as you seem to have gone along with him. Almost sounds like he was one of your best friends.
Did he tell you that?
No, I'm just getting the impression like someone you might have looked up to, like a mentor figure. Who you're.
No.
Hmm.
He was a source of information and he was reliable in that way, but I mean I didn't seek him out on my free evenings.
Oh.
Didn't have to really.
Well, that's good to know. Hopefully I have fond memories of him when I'm fully trained.
Have you been introduced to other groups of childers, like as a coterie? A lot of new people get that.
Yeah,
Tell me all about each one.
well, I am kind of officially part or joining into a coterie, but it's not like a bunch of new people. It's apparently there wasn't a ton of new vampires last year or so. So some
Maybe soon.
older Toreadors have taken me in. Yeah, a couple designers and stuff, artists.
Well, that's
I don't
nice
know
of
if you
them.
met them, like let's see, Evelyn Cook. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see, David. David, I think you know David.
Oh yeah, I know David.
Mhm. Yeah. And a couple others, but we'll see how it works out. They're just taking me under the wing, but eventually I'll form another coterie. Yeah, once because you kind of have to have it occur naturally. If they just force you together, just sometimes you end up with a group that has some weird people in it.
Well, I think you'll find most groups have weird people, but that gives them a flavor. It's like having a flash of color on like a collar. You lift it up and you see scarlet, and we aren't expecting it.
Mm. Yeah, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I was mainly coming to just to bond with my vampire, my kindred brother, my brother. That doesn't sound right. Brother, vampire brother,
I don't know
brother,
if it needs another word, but you'll come
roommate.
up with something. Keep
Yeah,
trying.
I'm sure someone's
You'll
come
get
up with a
there.
term for it.
It's a portmanteau. You need to make one.
Use some big words. I'm
Well,
kind of
it's got manteau in
surprised.
it. A manteau is like a type of shoulder covering. So of course
Ah,
I know words related to the important words.
okay.
Mantle.
Well, I was just confused because there were still a couple people who gave me the impression that you were not, how to put this delicately so I'm not offending you, the brightest bulb in the sky, the sharpest knife in the tool shed.
Well, I think I see their problem. They don't quite understand how these things work.
Yeah, like, you know, but someone actually said that you were illiterate.
People say things about people they look up to or don't understand because they want to make themselves feel better. You'll find that you'll need to figure out how to recognize who you could trust and who to believe and who is just trying to make themselves look big, like a blowfish.
Oh, bluefish.
Yeah, because they puff up and get real big. But
Yes, I when I went to Japan, I had some fugu before a couple years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was interesting. Kind of like a little tickle when you eat it. Did you have any of you ever been to Japan?
I was in Japan.
Yeah. Did you try fugu?
I didn't have fugu, but I tried a bunch of other things.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's a real happening city. Lots of fashion there. You can go in a building and there's 8 floors with a dozen fashion shops in each floor.
We just I just know our kind has to be careful going there because of the uh that other breed of vampires that are in the east. They're not always friendly to us if we overstep our bounds.
Well, I haven't been there since I was turned.
Yeah, as long as you
But
stay in the major cities and don't try to expand, so to speak, they tend to leave you alone.
well, that's where you want to be if you're going to be there at night, anyways. If you're outside of a city, everybody's asleep.
Yeah. But anyway, I was like I said, just trying to get to know you and stuff and seeing if you need any help with anything. So I
I will
guess
keep
I'll
your talents in mind, and you'll be the first to know when I think they can be put to use for myself.
well, I'll go and see about setting up a meeting with Pavel. He sounds like a very interesting and reliable chap.
He's a bit like a Beetlejuice. If you just in the right place at the right time and say his name, it's about all you need.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Well,
He has a way
uh,
about him.
when do we meet again, brother?
Hmm.
I should just starts walking away.
As soon as she's gone, he starts swinging around his thing again.
Kill her.
His cane. No, he's not going to kill her. He doesn't need to.
Stake her and use her as a doll for my clothing. All right. For that, we will cut to Sean.
Hello.
So what's Sean doing for the second half of the night?
Okay, since he has walked out, he said he was going to go to work, but I'm not so sure how well Mari is planning. So he's just going to start kind of prepping himself for like this more or less the impending battle if it's going to end up becoming like at least 2-on-1 and the whole diablerie thing. So based off what he has learned over the past 6 months about vampire stuff,
Mhm.
just needs to start. I wanted not even sure how you do that besides just saying it. It's blood increases blood potency, but I don't know how. I know Sean knows that now, but now Reese doesn't know. Besides just spend points like at the end of the game, but like what does he need to do in game to
So blood potency is an interesting thing in that other than waiting for time to do it, if it just kind of builds on its own, it's just kind of like it's almost as if you are just practicing maneuvering the blood within your body and you're just trying
it
to
just
refocus on yourself kind of thing.
starts
It,
maturing and whatnot.
yeah,
It's like wine. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah. But it's not one of
Then
those things where you can really do some other than like dial stuff. But yeah, it's just kind of like inner
okay.
focus and you raise it.
In that case, what he'll do is he's gonna practice like potentially trying to like staking somebody
Hmm.
just because he's normally more of a fist fighter and always has been, so he's gonna just try to get used to swinging something in his hand itself. So he'll go to his garage. He'll grab one of like the broken tools or whatever, like grind it down to like a point. And
Don't remember in V5, does it have to be wooden?
I don't remember. I think it's supposed to be wood, but people stick with other things too. So you grind down stuff as you do when one of your workers comes up. We'll say it's Monique. She's like, "Hey, boss. I see you're grinding away, working hard.
yep, you know it. How's that going?
It's going good. Regular business. Nothing too crazy or out of the world.
That's good.
Hmm. So what you up to?
Oh, you know, just taking over the world, like we do every night.
Oh, it's finally ready to do that. All right, I'll get the weapons and the gang going.
Okay. Not quite. We're not
Oh,
quite there yet.
oh, darn. We've been saving so much and trying to, get things going.
Almost there.
Hmm.
So just putting on some final touches, if you will.
Mhm.
Last minute cramming, if you will.
If you need any help, the crew here, we are loyal to you to the extent that we are.
Yeah. I will definitely let you know. And if it's, you know, what danger level we're at, kind of thing.
It looks a bit like you're trying to make a shiv or something, and I know a thing or two about shivs.
Oh yeah?
Hmm. Spent a couple years in the clink.
Oh yeah, that was on your resume.
Yeah, which I really appreciate you still hiring me after the incident on my record.
Whatever. Ain't no thing.
Yeah. You had it coming.
Always do.
Yeah, you just
Always.
ran into my bullets 20 sometimes.
No, at that point, it's that is his fault. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
so you got some experience with shiv knife like weapons. What's a good like? Is it better the overhand or like on the top? Like what do we? Is it depending on what we're doing or?
part of it depends. If you want concealment and stuff. Now, some people fight with it like point out this way. That's kind of good for defense, but like really cuts into your range of motion and everything, and really like you just don't have much. And then it's really hard to get a good angle. So unless you're like trying to go behind someone and just it's not as good. So I tend to prefer like normal facing. You have more range and more motion to do things. Now,
Makes sense.
Now, if you really want to shiv someone, you kind of come up behind them while they're preoccupied, like eating or, making toilet wine, and you just let it kind of like slip in your hand, and you just stab them multiple times in the sweet spots. Um, yeah.
Noted. Noted.
Yeah. Now, sometimes you can't really get a good thing from the thing, so I actually learned how to make some shivs out of paper mache.
Paper mache.
Hmm
Okay.
They're not like good, endurance kind of shiv, but that one shot just some paper mache, one or two paper clips, just enough.
Just that's all you need most of the time. Just enough.
Yeah,
Uh,
bitch owes you money.
this bitch shows me my life.
Mm. Yeah. Now we aren't in prison, so you could also make or buy actual things designed as weapons too.
I don't want to go by the store right now.
Yeah, as you could take a box cutter and just yeah.
Get box cutter, get some rebar and sharpen those a little bit.
A flathead screwdriver,
That works too.
number 3 or number 4. Those are big and very sturdy. Just you could also use a Phillips, but I like flatheads myself.
A lot easier to clean.
Hmm Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I got that. Oh, hammer.
Hmm. Little hard to do the stabby part unless you're like hooking them. If you got that kind of claw hammer hook, hammer.
Oh, I was just thinking you hit him back of the head, just take him out.
Yeah. I feel like what I'm thinking is going to be a pretty tough cookie, you know?
Mm. So what? Who is it, and what do we have to do for
Well, we're now it's between you, me,
Mm.
and the other two.
you?
Miss Amato,
Oh, the big boss.
big boss.
She's one of like we know what you are, boss, right?
Yeah, I know.
After all these years, she won you, right?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen a movie called Jeepers Creepers?
yes, I think so.
You know how they like took like one of those post things, or like shove the post in the ground and then
Oh,
just put a big stake in it and just
yeah, but I forget. Is that did they shoot it down like they would a post, or did you like did they turn it sideways and fire it?
they turn it sideways and fire.
Okay,
The reason I
that
was wondering
could
is,
work.
you could get something like that, and we do have a hydraulic press here for when we're doing some fabrication work. Just modify that, come in, or she can sneak in and you can just drop an engine block on her.
Could be interesting.
Oh, you guys don't like fire, right? Not, is there anything that does like fire, boss? Do you know anything?
Um, I, I don't know, maybe demon devils, fire elementals. I don't know.
Are
There,
those
I guess
real?
those aren't even. I don't know. There's
And
ghosts. There's ghosts. There's vampires.
there's ghosts.
There's unfortunately.
Oh, that explains some things. I swore my cousin's house was haunted, and they're like, nah, ghosts aren't real. And I didn't think any of that was real. And then I met you, and I was like, ah, we have lots of gas and oil in the building. She walks in to just walks on top of an oil spill or gas spill, just ignite it. Be like Richard Pryor after a comedy event.
Ooh, damn.
People get that joke. Thank you. Um, so
All right,
yeah.
we got there's some ideas. I will say the engine block might be a little bit harder, and like trying to do any kind of physical, at least when it comes to like you guys, any kind of physical altercations, it will be a little bit harder because if she is, built similarly to me, if you catch my drift,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I can lift a car by myself. I've never tried it.
Hmm.
I've done close.
Interesting.
And no, we're not talking like a bug. Though at this point, I probably could do that. So an engine block, maybe. But if she's built similarly to me, but maybe she has other skills.
But yeah, I would definitely think the fire would help.
That you're right. You're so right. This is why I kept you guys around.
That and we're
So
cheap
you're
comparatively.
you're good workers.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we all have like records and stuff, and you took us in, gave us a second chance. We appreciate it.
Why wouldn't I? I got a record. I got plenty of records. Plenty of things not uncaught for.
Yeah. You know, like Larry, he sells stuff that's fallen off of so many trucks.
Oh, I got my Blu-ray player.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing that shipment of like Blu-ray players that fell off the back of that truck. That was nice.
So weird.
Yeah.
It just fell off the truck.
Yeah, they need to secure these trucks more in the city, but
Really do.
we got some cookies to fell off the back of a truck.
I could eat those, but I'm kind of focused right now. I'd rather leave it to you guys because you actually will get something out of it.
Yeah, fat.
I'm just stuck like this.
I know that in some ways is really nice because you never have to worry about gaining or losing weight too much.
It's true. It's true.
On the negative side, I'm sure there are some things you can't do that we can. Like walk in the sun.
We'll never be able to see the sunrise unless I'd want to die.
Yeah, that sounds kind of sucky.
And maybe that's a good way to go when you get tired of living and you're not straight up murdered. But also, I'm pretty sure it's the equivalent of like, oh, what is the word?
Suicide?
No, well, I mean, yes, it is suicide, but like immolizing, you're setting yourself on fire.
Immolating.
Immolating, yeah.
Which is what we plan on doing to your boss.
Correct.
Yeah, that might suck. I've never tried it, so I don't know.
So.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things you can't really practice, though.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't think you can practice that.
You got to get it done the first time or not. But by the way, we're here for you, boss. We never really cared for the big boss. She's intimidating and scary, but like, she treats you wrong.
And you're right.
You deserve better.
You are also right. And I think it's time that I stand up for myself and you guys, because as less as she thinks of me, she barely even like acknowledges you guys. You guys are not only just my employees, but I consider you my friends.
Oh, well, you know what friends do with each other, right?
What do we
Get
do?
raises.
I'll note it down because we have been doing better. We have been doing. You guys deserve it.
Especially after we help you kill the big boss.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Or at least an extra day off a week. Yeah, like a vacation or something. PTO.
Definitely. I'll look at the books and I'll definitely get some like couple more days PTO a year. Yeah, because we've been doing better.
Yeah. Almost
Very productive last 6 months.
Yeah, apparently most of the kindred in the city have been coming here for their things. Well, at least we think we're the kindred. There are a few of them that we're really sus on, you know? I think that's the term kids use nowadays.
Sure.
Where they're awfully pale individuals coming in. Some really ugly ones. Whew.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't tell they're like what they are, but man, there's a couple people came in who like they got hit with every branch of the ugly tree coming down. And if they're not one of you, then ooh, that's even worse. Because they got no alibi. They're just ugly.
Yeah. So yeah. definitely need to look into that and get that squared away for you guys because one, you deserve it, and two, it'll be like a celebration of sorts if we pull this off.
Sounds good. Well, why we go start working? Oh, one last thing. It's something we sure brought up a couple years ago, but I kept forgetting to. We have a car that's been on the lot for a couple years. The guy never came to pick it up.
How am I just now?
We keep forgetting to tell you.
Okay.
It's kind of been sitting there. Should we like sell it? I don't think he's coming back for it.
Whose is it? What is it?
His name was Robin.
Is that the Menard guy?
Yeah, he came to get it clean again. And it just,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he said they were really reliable cleaners.
Forgot. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Shoot, what kind of car is it?
I think it's like a Cadillac.
Damn.
It's a nice one. We could sell it for pretty nice. Could soup it up.
Yeah, I can put a little bit more into it and sell it for more.
Yeah.
I'd say at that point, if you guys, I'm giving you three the okay. If you want to head it, great. If not, whatever. But you three can deal with that and do whatever you want with it. Keep it, sell it.
All right.
If you sell it, the money stays within you three. I don't whatever.
All right. Yeah, we just kept, like I said, we've been so busy with actual work that we keep forgetting. We're like, man, we got to bring this up, but then slips our mind.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get a fake title written up or something like that.
Yeah, we tried contacting the person, but I haven't really heard back from him. And we went to the address and stuff, and someone else owns his lot
Hang
and
on,
everything.
hang on, wait. Mind Palace. He's dead. God.
Oh, well, that
I
makes
think
it
that
easier.
Yeah, so I guess I can get you some information if you wanna go and just find it. Like find the original title.
No, we're good. We
Okay.
got it.
Either
If
way,
he's-
yeah.
yeah.
Either way, I'll leave that up to you guys. Owner's not coming back for it. So all yours.
All right, sounds great.
I'm just gonna be out back stabbing stuff. Make sure my wrist is in the right position. Don't go. You don't want weak wrists, right?
You don't want them too weak, but you also don't want it to be too stiff. If it's stiff, you can kind of cause some injuries and stuff. You want a slight loose grip so that you can, maneuver a bit. If it's too tight, yeah, you don't want it too tight or too loose.
Okay.
That's just stabbing
Too loosey,
tires.
not too loosey goosey. No, not too righty tighty. Gotcha.
Yeah, some tires.
Keep
Oh,
in mind.
you could see if Larry still has that half pig in the fridge. You can stab that. That's like a human.
It is like, wait, why does Larry have a? Did you guys have a luau? Barbecue?
Barbecue, yeah. We were
Okay.
going to plan a barbecue. We were going to take a barrel and put some oil and catch it on fire, and then just rotate the pig a bit, and then smother it on stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's the most Baltimore thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I'll try not to tear it up too much so you guys can enjoy it. Or is it already like you're done?
We had the barbecue a couple days ago. It's leftovers for the most part.
Okay.
So yeah, just.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
pigs are surprisingly close to humans when it comes to anatomy and physical stuff.
Yep.
It's weird.
Very weird.
Makes you wonder. Are we just intelligent pigs? Anyway, we're gonna go work.
Anyway, food for thought. Okay, I'll go. Anyway, get back to work, and I'm gonna deal with this. Get prepared, if you will.
Sounds good.
Right.
Nice. And with that, we cut back to Elizabeth and Sophia, the odd couple.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Roll Dex and Stealths.
Oh, me? Okay.
Both of you. You're both
Oh.
hiding, right?
That's fair. What do I get, if anything, for my obfuscate ability?
Um, it's
It
not
is
unseen passage. It's
Cloak of
Cloak of
Shadows.
Shadows. I think there isn't anything roll, but your roll would be if they had like aspects and are trying to counter it with aspects.
Gotcha. All right. So
I think.
stealth and dex. Okay, I
Yeah.
get 6 dice. How hungry am I? Okay. Here we go. Oh boy. Okay. I got 2 successes, but my little dice roller tells me I have a possible bestial failure, which means I guess I must have gotten what, a 1 on my hunger die.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Oh, fuck me.
How you doing over there?
Well, I got 1 success
Okay.
and 2 ones
Oh,
on the
fuck
hunger
you.
dice.
Um,
2
Hey,
ones
So-
on hunger die.
you did worse than I did.
Yeah. So as the night is going and you're, anxious and stuff, you see an individual approaching who bears a resemblance to that person who that you've been seeing. And Elizabeth, you just can't control yourself and basically rush right to him. No stealth, no hiding, you just beeline. You just like, this person has been spying on Grand.
So she just jumps off the roof?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just going straight. No stealth, no nothing, just So what do you say?
I still don't recognize this person when I get to them.
Like I said, they very much have that they look like someone you've seen, but you can't put your finger on it. Yeah, that's right, Leilani. She's playing with a toy, and the toy is like, "You got this."
I just look to the person and I'm like, you've been spying on this woman for so long. Who are you? What are you doing?
I mean, no harm, Elizabeth.
Who are you? Why do I know you? How do you know me?
I know you the same reason you probably know me. My name is Joseph. Joseph Caldwell. I would be your great 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 grandfather, maybe a couple more greats. I was embraced in the 18th century. Did John not tell you any of the details?
J-
Or Ebenezer?
No, what?
I've been keeping an eye on, my great great granddaughter. She hasn't been doing great, but decided to see how she's been doing since I've come back to the area.
And you're a kindred? You're
Unfortunately, yes.
unfortunately. Who em She's doing the math now. Who embraced you?
That's not important. Who my sire is.
It is.
Myself, Eb, John, and Lucindia. Yeah. Lucinda? Yeah, Lucinda. We were hunting some werewolves that attacked our house. I got injured, deathly. Next thing I know, I became one of the damned. John
sa-
and Eb decided that they would continuously watch over my descendants as a debt.
I
There was I figured they would tell you that since they turned you.
They haven't told me shit. I feel like we should maybe have this conversation elsewhere.
So not in the courtyard of a retirement community where half the people
Yeah,
have dementia.
that's fair. This is Sophia. This is John's childer.
I move at that point. I stayed perfectly still that whole time. And then I move and I'm like, hi.
Ah, good to meet you.
You as well. It seems we're sort of doing the same thing, watching out for some Caldwell family members. Also, didn't know anything about you either.
That's yeah. I figured they would. Oh, you less so. I figured they
Well,
would tell Lizzie here.
So
Can I call you Lizzie?
that's, I mean, I guess we are related.
We are. You're a descendant of mine. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Oh,
she's upset. Give me a
okay.
sec.
I don't, well, we'll just pause the game temporarily since it's your scene. Okay, everybody pausing. And we're back. Alright. So, yes. You said you want to go somewhere else, or are you still comfortable here?
At least let's move away from my grandmother's window. She was concerned that she kept seeing somebody that she didn't recognize.
she'll probably get really confused if she sees you with the somebody.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna tell her that I confronted them and told them to go away.
Let us walk and talk then. Sure you have some questions, Lizzie.
If if you're a kindred and you knew that John and Ebenezer were watching over me, are you the reason that Ebenezer embraced me?
I don't think a direct reason. They really weren't supposed to, or I didn't think that they'd be embracing any of my descendants. They knew it wasn't something I appreciated. But I guess the situation, he thought it better to preserve you or something, I guess. I haven't really talked to either of them in quite a long time. In fact, I just now recently returned to the old homestead. I've been gone for about a century or so.
So then you don't know anything about what happened to my folks?
I've seen the reports and got some information, but not a lot of details, and it is something that I'm not too happy with, considering for
You
the most
know,
part the line ends.
do you know who killed them?
Uh, that I don't know. I don't think they were truly killed.
What do you mean?
I just have suspicions that other things happened, but the paper clippings and stuff were inconsistent.
There
Yes, Leilani. She was good.
So you're saying that Elizabeth's parents might not be dead?
No, they are dead as far as I know, but
Oh,
whether or not their deaths were natural or accidental or caused by an individual is up in the air.
What I haven't asked or seen anything specific about this. What is the official story
I believe
on Elizabeth's
officially it
parents?
was an auto accident.
It-
They have
Liz,
Katrina name me.
okay. Leilani is very upset about this development.
So the one story just reported as a auto accident. Another is that they ran afoul of some mafia yakuza like type people who caused the accident.
When he
There's a lot of kind of like to besmirch the name.
when he says something about the auto accident, Sophia is walking with them and like physically stops walking
Mhm.
for a second and then double times a step to catch up.
But yeah, it's very disheartening. They're good people from what I saw in the reports. I never met them.
Well, you've been gone quite a long time.
Yeah, I left the area. Came back occasionally to keep an eye on things, but or to check up with Eb and John, but it seems that they haven't been doing the greatest of jobs protecting my lineage like they were supposed to.
Well, I mean, I've never asked. I don't know if Elizabeth has asked her sire his exact reasons behind her embrace. I don't know, and he's never said anything to me about John's intentions for Elizabeth's long-term situation, though he is still responsible for her younger sister. And she remains, to this point, unchanged.
That's good. Like I said, things haven't worked out the way I envisioned when I tasked them with watching my family. Saying they were the cause of many issues.
So you were embraced by their sister?
Mm,
The third. Lucinda,
Lucinda.
you said her name was?
Yes. I honestly don't recall which one did the deed. They were a bit reluctant to really go into details, other than I was basically dead. Apparently, one of them tried to revive me by trying to ghoul me and just went into a frenzy and drained me instead. That was
Oh,
unfortunate.
yes, that whole the frenzy bit is a bit
So I
I
was
guess it's good you don't
embraced.
remember.
Yeah. Just remember suffering. I mean, we did take out a werewolf with a cannon.
They brought a cannon to a werewolf fight.
I brought the cannon.
Oh, well, you're very intelligent then.
Yeah. I had it from you know, for the militia back in the day.
Is that how you knew them? That's
Uh,
about the time that
I was I was one of their commanding officer in our militia regiment during the war.
interesting.
Yeah. Hmm.
And you haven't have you been by to look in on Elizabeth's sister, Sophie?
I've been keeping a distance, but I have observed what's going on since I've been back.
I see. So why are you back now? Just the timing just worked for you?
Yeah, Yeah, I decided to return. I was in the Middle East doing some fighting and decided to come back after some of the effects over there. It was kind of traumatic, to say the
See.
least.
Wait, you've been to the you felt the beckoning?
Um, yes.
And you came back?
Yes.
How?
I'm sorry, we're having this conversation and Leilani's toy just started playing happy. If you know it, clap your hands.
Somewhere inside the home that they're having like a gathering and they're singing that and clapping together in the rec room.
Yes. I am cured of the beckoning for the time being. Um, and I decided to come back and reconnect with things. But then, like I said, finding out my descendants are all but one deceased for the most part, or at least direct descendants. We do have cousins and stuff. At least the line,
My
mainline, but
my father has a sister
yes,
that survived.
yes. Hence why I said direct descendant, because
Yeah.
when her children won't carry on to the Caldwell name and stuff, which
No.
is unfortunate. I mean, not that it was really going to continue anyway, since your father had two girls.
I mean, it's a new era.
Well,
They could
my
still carry the name.
he had my brother, but my brother died at my brother and his wife died at the same time that my parents did.
Oh, oh,
I
yeah.
I've been questioning it now just because things have been very hard to get information on, but I've always believed that it was John that did it. And
I
he let me believe that.
I think it might have been another who caused it myself. I don't think John has the what's the word? Had it in him to do something like that, knowing that I was still alive.
Why
Told
would
you it might not
he?
have been him.
I don't think
Why?
my wrath is something he would want.
Why would he let me think that then? And why? So when my family was killed, I was overseas, and I got a call from my brother telling me to run and don't look back and don't trust anyone. And that was the last time I heard any of their voices for months, for almost a year. I had assumed that they were all dead. I tried reaching John, I tried reaching other members of the family, I tried reaching my father's best friend in college, his roommate, business partners, the company that they owned. Everybody either said that they had no idea who my family was, or they told these horrible stories about how my family were the worst people they'd ever met and they didn't want anything to do with me. It was as if their memories had been changed. And one day, about several months after everything, I happened to look in a paper and I saw a photo of John Thomas with Sophie, with my little sister. After her family died, he took her in and adopted her legally. He's her guardian. He can do whatever he wants for her, and I can't do anything. And he never said a word. I called hundreds of times and I never got him. He never reached out. He knew where I was. He was just gonna go to Paris. And when Ebenezer found me, he told me that it was John that did it. And he embraced me so that I could avenge them.
Well, I will say one thing, or a couple things. One, I am not infallible. I could be wrong. That does happen with people. Just because I seem to be old and wise doesn't mean I'm all knowing.
I mean,
But
clearly you know John and Ebenezer better than we do.
well, I thought I did. But my suspicion was that the person who did it was Lucinda.
What?
Um, let's just say her and I and the paths we walked and the paths she chose to walk without those two were not the most
Is she,
pleasant.
is she is she Sabat?
Mm, we are, or yes. Um, but she held a grudge
Liz
against
straight
us.
up just sits down on like a bench or whatever.
But it's how it is. So I'm suspecting her. It could still be John, but I suspect she went screwed with the memories and stuff, and John and Ebenezer were protecting you so that you didn't go on the hunt for her, and that Ebenezer was making John your target, knowing that you would do everything you can to accumulate power and everything, so that when you did find the truth, you might have been prepared. But I could be wrong.
Was Ebenezer Sabat too?
No, him? No, that crusty old fool would never join the Sabbat. He's Camarilla through and through.
I've seen him use powers that
Oh,
seem
no, if you're talking about erasing memories and minds and stuff, that's not a Sabbat versus Camarilla versus Anar. That's a I'm old, powerful, fuck you people kind of thing. That the amount of elders or older vampires or just vampires in general who use powers that are dark and evil is rampant amongst everyone. It's uh, I mean the Camarilla is accepting the La Sombra into their ranks. They don't care.
why why would Lucinda do this?
He has a grudge against the family, so to speak. She always felt that she was overlooked, that she was looked down upon because she had qualities the rest of us didn't, and she felt like they were. She just had a harsh life. And then when she joined the Sabbat, she started going into different sects within them, and yeah. And then me and her had a falling out a couple decades ago. So that's who I
That's why they
suspect.
won't talk about her and why she's not on the
She's essentially been eliminated from.
though now I know that John's bloodline
You could always ask
wasn't exactly accurate.
grandsire. She might know things if she's willing to talk.
She is in town.
That's true.
Yeah. Though,
Have you ever met her?
once. It was a very brief meeting. We didn't actually even know that our relations until a little bit later in the evening when I met her in Europe. She seemed pleasant.
Oh, she seems pleasant.
Surprisingly so.
What?
But what do you mean you think that my I don't know. I've been going off of this hatred of John for years.
And have you been focusing on the task of eliminating a more powerful Elder Ventrue through different games and strategies, and have been just building yourself up for that event?
Yes.
Very useful to take out other Ventrue also. Though he is a hard nut to crack, so to speak.
You wouldn't be wrong about that.
I'm back in town for a bit. Didn't actually expect to really meet you. I was kind of avoiding you. Figured there'd be truths that needed to be told that you may not have wanted to hear.
Oh no, I think she needed to hear
That's-
this.
That's glad.
Other truths.
What do you mean?
Um, let's see. Well, our house was built on slave labor here at the ancestral home.
Okay, good to know.
Common. Yeah.
I mean, I always kind of suspected it, but
Until me, my father and his father, they were owners. I was the first real not Aboriginal, abolitionist. I can speak good words, people. Um, to free everybody and, deal with that issue. Let's see. Had a great uncle who fought for the wrong side. He's been taken out of the family tree. But so, different truths. I know you young people have troubles with some of those.
I thank you
Mhm.
for
Oh,
being honest with me.
Dan, the family silverware is gone because we used it as ammo to kill werewolf. There's some really
Okay.
nice silverware we used to have.
I mean, at least it went to a good cause.
Yeah, cannonball.
You made a cannibal out of the silverware.
There's like cannonball, like shot and stuff. Yeah, it's nice.
That's amazing.
Go big, go home.
Yeah, yeah.
Any other questions, Lizzie?
How did you meet John and Ebenezer?
As I was explaining to Sophia, I was their commanding officer during the war.
Oh,
Revolutionary War, like
yeah.
not World War II or something like that.
No, I figured.
They were young, especially John was so young. He was barely old enough to be in that fight.
Revolution or Civil War?
Revolution.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've been around a long time.
No, close to what, 300 some years, close to.
Yeah.
I'm bad at math. Yeah. But yeah, so we thought.
Well, good news, Liz. Your grandmother's not being watched by somebody who's seeking to hurt her.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Though I have seen someone taking stuff from a room.
Yeah, I noticed that tonight too, and that's the thing I'm going to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I used to be a little bit more direct and just kind of erase some memory of her meeting me to hear some stories and stuff, but I figured that wasn't the best for her memory after a while.
Jesus, no wonder she's so fucked up. I thought that was John doing it.
Oh no, a lot of that was him. I've only been back for like a year or two. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. When I say John didn't kill your family, I'm not saying he's a saint. or like a paragon of virtue.
No, he's not a saint.
He's into real estate.
And things.
Yeah, I mean, sells and yeah. So yeah,
I don't have anything to fear about him embracing Sophie, do I?
he won't, at least not now. Ventrue don't like embracing young often. The fact that they did embrace you and Sophia here at such a young age is aberrant.
I wasn't that young. I'm
Was your back starting to hurt when you used to fall asleep before you got turned? Did you
oh, I
wake
mean,
up?
I was shy of 30 by a couple years.
Typically, if you're not like in your mid to late 30s, 40s, you're
Oh,
typically
yay,
too
I
young
was
for them.
young.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
good.
typically too young for them
Oh,
because you haven't established. Now, Ventrue like to establish those who are already in power and wealth and stuff,
well,
so they're
if you're not,
And
useful.
Oh.
why did Elizabeth embrace John so young? He looks the same age as I do.
I don't know the exact reasons, but I can tell you what I suspected. One time, uh, again, this is something I wasn't like after Embrace, I left and I came back occasionally to talk to them and see stuff. But the one time John and them were talking, and it seemed to come out that he kind of reminded Elizabeth of a um paramount of hers when she was younger.
Paramore.
Yeah, that's a paramour.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think she kind of saw him and he had the qualities. He also had a lot of good leadership qualities in life, but I think that's why she was a bit young. Yeah, she was feeling nostalgic.
I feel like, Sophia, you and I need to have a talk with our sires.
Apparently.
Oh, no need to talk to them.
Oh, is this
No.
a? Oh, I'm gonna let you two decide on that.
They're Camarilla. They're gonna lie to you.
That still gives me information that I didn't have before.
Yeah, sit on that information. Use it for when you need it. Don't just lead with it. That's the Ventrue way. At least that's what I was taught before I left.
Do you, by chance, when's the last time you heard about Lucinda being about and where?
The last time I confronted her was about 60 years ago when we had our falling out.
I see.
And that was in Mexico.
Mexico.
60 years ago, was that a Sabbat city then?
Yes, that was like the capital of Mexico City was essentially the heart of the Sabbat. Yeah, we had a falling out over the direction our pack was going. She is or was more of a those who don't really, to me, embrace the true virtues of what the Sabbat was. Instead was more of a, wild, we're monsters, we just live and revel in the undeath state and stuff kind of like that, directionless kind of way. Well, I was more of the we were warriors of Cain fighting the antediluvians and the elders, and we are like on a holy crusade to tear that down and stop the jihad so that future kindred can exist without all that control and weight of ages upon them.
I never really had learned that there were two versions of the Sabbat like that.
More than two, but yeah. There's
I've always heard the stories of the mass embraces of shovel heads and
yeah, that's
the we are monsters and should be unafraid to be monsters
yeah,
mentality.
that is the fires of the anarch movement still within it. While the rest of us are more the I guess you could say the core part of the Sabbat is more of the holy quest to break the power of Cain's grandchildren upon us, to rise up and take our rightful place and bring the elders and those who would control us down so that it's more equal.
And are you still Sabat or
Ah, what I'm not quite sure after mm, the stuff I saw in the beckoning, I'm thinking the concept is good, but our execution was flawed.
how how were you able to escape? I've not heard of anybody coming back from that.
Oh, lots of people come back once we realize things, but if you mean the beckoning, well, I, as with others, did find the cure for the beckoning. Now, what I'm about to tell you will perhaps change your opinion of me, and I don't want you to think any less of me. When you're in certain circumstances and situations, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Correct?
Is it diablerie?
Yes, by drinking and diabolizing vampires, the beckoning is halted. I think for me, my speculation, reading the Book of Nod and stuff, is what the beckoning is the Methuselah's thirst of the antediluvians and stuff going on the elders, and the cure for it is to do what the whole thing is supposed to, the cycle is supposed to be, which is the old devour the young and sate that hunger. So by sating the hunger, by feeding on others, that don't have beckoning, which I think's why I think Hakata don't experience it. They already essentially did that when they killed Cappadocia back in the day. They succeeded early. So after some things, I mean, when you're in a situation and dozens of vampires are frenzying all around you and there's so much blood, like the sand where we were was just red, stained, darkened from the amount of just blood from all of us dying.
What were you fighting?
Best way to describe it is we were fighting beings not unlike gods, things that should never have awakened,
So
beings that just
Methuselahs?
maybe, maybe older. We don't know. I don't know. I just know that the last thing I remember, or last real fight I went in, they did some mass embracing of a town, small little town, and I don't even remember the country anymore. So there was like 40, 50 of us, and 3 of us walked away battling this elder thing. The rest devoured. I don't recommend going there.
Got it.
Yep,
Scary
check.
shit. It's the reason the La Sombra as a clan and Zemeski basically fled. They're like, we need protection from something from others too.
If if you were feeling the beckoning and you're younger than Ebenezer and John, why aren't they hearing it?
You know how I say we do things in the nature of things? its beckoning isn't always based on just pure age.
Hmm.
I may have diabolized a bit more than I'm before even the beckoning. Slipot's a hell of a drug. Also, feeding off werewolves kind of makes you frenzy a lot more.
Good to know.
Yeah. You don't have to worry. You're my descendant. I'm never going to do anything to hurt you.
I moved behind the bench behind Liz.
So I kind of lowered things a bit. But hey, shit happens, I believe is a term nowadays. Again, I don't want you to get this impression that I, Joseph Caldwell, your ancestor, is this paragon of virtue and holiness who's returned to save the day with a flaming sword of righteousness. I'm a flawed individual like everyone else. We are just kindred, humans, werewolves, whatever it is. We are just all at one point just human in that we're we're we live, we exist, we make mistakes. Yeah.
Telling me the truth. And I
no
feel like it's been years since I've heard it.
I have no reason to lie to you. No reason to deceive, not gain nothing from it.
Can I make an insight to see how I feel about him?
Sure,
It's insight in what?
sure. Wits, I guess.
Sure. All right, so I get 7 dice.
Yeah, my mind just like, what are the stats
Sure.
again?
I'm not rolling.
Oh, my backs.
I got 4 successes.
He seems to be on par with Julian Luna when it comes to just truth.
Oh shit. I think this guy scares me more than grandma.
But yeah, so I'm back. I mean, oh, also like earlier you mentioned that John Thomas is the legal guardian of your sister, and that you feel there's nothing you can do. There's paperwork you can fill out at the courthouse, and as long as she signs it, you can actually have her declare you the legal guardian and actually be emancipated from him since he is not a blood relative and stuff. There is a legal procedure you can go through. It's
I
quite
know,
common
but my
nowadays. Also, I do have the original
fear
deed to the
was
house.
that's cool.
So you
No,
could claim it as your own, which is your right as a descendant and stuff and all
my
that.
fear is that when I came back from Paris and there were all those stories going around of my family having been involved with the Yakuza, the mafia, you name it. There was stories that my father had embezzled from the company, and there was evidence pointing at me as well. And it took probably about 6 months to the better part of a year for Ebenezer and I to get rid of all of the legal shit I was facing. I
By the way, it was the Italian mafia.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I sit down next to Liz.
You wouldn't happen to know what branch, would you?
I think like Bertinelli or some shit. No, that's the Huntress from something. I don't know. I just someone I met in Italy a while ago filled me in on some details. Again, I don't know the full details. I can give you his name and number, and you can talk to him.
Might be nice.
I take out a pen and piece of paper.
Yeah, pulls out his cell phone. He's like,
Oh, yeah, I have one of those too.
"Sorry, yeah. I need glasses, but I'm just too stubborn to get them. They're really all specs, to be honest. But I just never decided to really do that. Back in the day, going to the doctor and stuff, like I still had a toothache. I have to rip this one tooth out every time I waken.
God.
That is nightmare. I literally have a toothache right now, and that is the nightmare scenario.
Okay. Here, what is your number, Lizzie?
I give him my number.
Oh, extension stuff of my contact with the mafia. It's where I found out some of the information from that I've been telling you that I think happened, because there's the story of, it was a hit, it wasn't a hit and stuff, and this guy was telling me some of the information. So he might know more and stuff. I'm still investigating, like I said, just found out about this like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did see some papers and stuff, but I'm just putting it together. And I don't want to move too fast, because if I start making a stink, then Lucinda, or if it is John, will catch wind and then might do something. Gotta be subtle. Now, I probably should be going. You do have my number since I just texted you. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with modern technology, but I'm not anti-modern technology. Like it advances so fast anymore that it's just like you turn around one day and a computer is like 128 kilobytes or bytes. It's like, oh my God. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, look, terabyte of this. You're just like, what the? You go from a Commodore 64 to a PS5, and you think it's like, oh wow, it's been like 40 years. It's so long. But when you're living for like 300 years, that's just nothing.
I miss my Commodore 64.
Yeah, they have retro makes now that you can buy that essentially are just, new versions that you could get. But, I don't have to relearn a coding language. I thought it was impressive when I went and learned BASIC. Now that shit just don't cut it. Hello world, screw that. More like goodbye, goodbye my brains and shit. But yeah, so you have the information there. But
Thank you.
I'll be leaving if you need it. I guess since I am your ancestor in a way, and it's been a long time, I should give you a gift, like a birthday gift.
You don't have to, but
Okay.
I'll take a present. I mean, we're cousins, right? So, sort of.
Not quite. Yeah, it's not much. It's just something I kept on me, and I always wanted to pass it along, but things happen.
I give Liz
Oh.
a huge nudge on the bench.
I stand up.
Reaches in and hands you a pocket watch.
Do it.
Classic, traditional. It's from my dad gave it to me, and I was supposed to, keep passing it down, but takes the licking and keeps on ticking.
Thank you.
You have to wind it sometime though. Precision, yeah, it's nice. Had it with me for a couple 100 years. Still going good. And well, I will see you later. And he just does an awkward walk away towards the parking lot.
I just sit back down on the bench looking at the watch.
It's working.
How are you feeling?
I feel like gravity just shifted on me.
I can imagine, because I feel it shifted a little bit myself, and this isn't even personal so much for me.
My entire life, I've been chasing the wrong person.
Well, I did sort of think so, but left that to you. So you have another enemy you didn't even know about.
I mean, sure, I understand. I guess they were trying to protect me, but why would John abandon me like this? To
I don't know. Maybe he couldn't get to you, so he had to let Ebenezer do it for him and protect you, and had to keep a certain appearance of things so that this individual didn't realize you were a threat.
Sophia, he was. John bought me my first paint set.
He was
John
family.
taught me to drive. He was as much a part of my family as my father was.
And apparently he might still be.
And when my family died, he abandoned me. And he stole my sister from me. And
Maybe,
he did this to protect me? How does that even make sense?
well, I don't know for sure, but I will say this. It's a number of years later, and you're both still here in one form or another. So if the plan was to keep you alive, for the sense of it, let's say, they've done that. Maybe they had to, you weren't here, and they had to make the best cover story they could to make sure that she left again and left the two of you alone, along with your grandmother who's still here.
Why just them? It was just my parents, my brother and his wife.
They
Why
might have
not
been an
my
opportunity.
why not my aunt and my uncle and their kids? Why not?
Because John was closer with your immediate family than the rest. He might have watched out for the others. But he, like you said, was basically an uncle to you. He was a daily presence in your lives. If she wanted to hurt John, and by way of that, Ebenezer, because I don't understand it, but on some level, the two of them care about each other, and this Joseph fellow who's your family, that's one way to do it. Quick, easy, and if they don't take everyone in the first round, it leaves leverage to keep people in line. Having people you care about can make things very messy.
I'm well aware. Thank you
So,
for being here for this.
you're welcome. And she says that, she turns away and she like wipes this, the eye, the corner, and just licks the finger.
Oh yeah, no, Liz is crying.
Yeah.
As you're crying, an older person just starts walking by. It's like, oh, kids in love.
Cozy's going to kill me.
You two are so cute together. Walks away.
Well,
I felt like I had everything planned out. I knew exactly where I was going, what I was planning, what I was doing. I have no idea what to do now.
I think you need to talk to your friends. Because this is a lot. Like you said, everything you've based this new version of your life on is in question tonight. And I think you need to ground yourself a bit and get a little perspective before you do something.
Or I do something stupid. Is what you
Yes.
mean.
Well, yes, but anything at this moment.
I need to talk to Mari.
I was waiting for you to kind of get around to that. Do you want to talk to Mari before you contact this person who can give you more information over there in Italy, or do you want to do that little research first and then talk to Mari?
No, I feel like I owe it to her to talk to Mari first.
That's fair. Do you want, I don't have to be there for the conversation, but I don't think you should go anywhere alone right now. So what if well, we do have my motorcycle, so why don't I take you to see her if you're ready now?
Yeah.
I'm going to stand up and extend a hand to help her to her feet and just put
I'll
my
take
arm
it.
around Liz and walk her back to the motorcycle. And I say, as we're getting ready to go, also, I'm going to have someone look into the person pilfering your grandmother's things. You shouldn't
Oh.
worry about that right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would be fine as long as they're fired and return whatever they took.
Oh, okay. And we will head off in the direction of Mari's.
So we were cut to Mari's. So after talking with
Oh, please. I want to show up while she's talking to the demon.
so what were you you were leaving to go to your parent or to your old father's house, was it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was going to. I have no idea what was coming.
Okay.
I'm
Somebody had to
sorry.
walk away.
um uh I don't know what to do. I can't is Tommy there?
Not at your dad's house. At Flying Duckman he is.
Oh, am I okay,
I was like, or are you going there? So, but you're
yeah, I
still.
was going there, but
Okay. Yeah, so Tommy's at the Flying Duckman still.
okay. Just check on him real quick. And then see how he's doing. And then
A-okay.
okay. And then I will so I say to him real quick, I'm like, have you been hearing voices?
Am I?
Yeah.
Not for many years.
Mm.
I had to stop certain recreational activities.
Okay.
It's not normal to be hearing voices unless it's your inner monologue.
You know, some people can't hear that.
What?
Yeah.
So people don't have an inner monologue?
No, a lot of people don't. I do.
What do they do when they're thinking of things? Is it just like,
No, I don't know.
did they not think? Well, I mean, it's like, what am I doing today? Do they not like? How do they think?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that they like maybe think in pictures or something.
Weird.
It's really weird to me. But anyway,
Man, I could have whole conversations with my inner monologue.
yeah, I do too.
Oh.
Is that hearing voices?
No, hearing voices is an external monologue. If it'd
Oh.
be coming from the outside in.
Okay. All right. Well, Tommy,
Mhm.
I will see you in a bit. If you see Cozy, give me a call. I might have an idea to bring up to her.
Okay. If I see her, she doesn't show up too often in the bookstore anymore.
This if you see her, just let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
And I head out the door to did I get a new car? Did I say I got a new car? I think I have a Corvette now.
Cool.
Okay. I wasn't talking to you, Tommy. I was having an inner monologue.
You don't talk out loud like that. So you drive to Byron's place.
Yeah.
Or was once their place.
Mm.
So real quick, would Elizabeth text or let Mari know she said and wants to talk to her?
No, I think I would just show up.
Which Maris would you be showing up to?
Which one does she spend the most time at these days? Well, these nights.
You don't know about the dad's house.
Then I'm going to the Flying Duckman.
All right, just want to make sure. All right, so Mari, you are at your dad's house, which we will call the Mari estate now.
Okay.
Yep.
I just slip in real quick and grab the cane.
Yeah, you go into your father's former study. See the cane
Mhm.
just propped up there, looking at it,
There you are.
shiny. As you look into the silvered orb at the end, you see like the shadow just occasionally like go across it occasionally, and you also see there appears to be a stain on it, like a blood stain that just does not go away.
Even if I rub it.
Even if you rub it, it's just like
Careful, the genie could come out.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Mhm.
All right, I pick it up and I that was basically why I came here,
Mhm.
so
Okay. So where are you going now?
I would like to text Sasha Luna.
Text come back. Sup, Big B?
Hey, where you at? Want to talk about things.
Breaking the will of this guy. I'm at a club.
All right, just let me know when you're available. I'll be at home.
Which home?
The other one.
All right, see you there. See you there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, this bitch knows about your second home, but we don't.
She was actually referring to the community center versus Mari's place.
Oh, okay.
Because they know that your coterie hangs out at the community center a lot.
All right.
It's kind of like your communal gathering place.
All right, so I head back to the Flying Duckman.
All right.
I was planning something. I don't know what happened with Liz. And
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be fun.
I have no idea what's
so
going
exciting. All right, so I would say at this moment, Mari, as you pull up, you see a motorcycle pull up with Sophia and Elizabeth.
Oh. Hey guys.
Hi, Mari.
Hey.
I don't like this. you guys like to come inside?
Yes, please.
Okay. Are you okay, Liz?
I've had a night.
Okay. Come in. I'll tell Tommy to. You like a blood muffin?
Bluffing.
A bluffin?
No, I'll need to feed soon, but I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm all set, thanks.
All right. Well, head upstairs to my house.
Sophia, I should be good if you want to hang out in the bookstore.
Oh, all right. I am looking for something new to read. I'll go talk to Tommy. Do, 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 do.
Uh,
Bye, Mari.
bye. Sophia,
Yep.
if you see a woman, a very attractive woman, come in the door, just tell her, I'll be down soon, I guess.
Do you describe her a little bit?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, Sasha? Oh, okay.
The hell, what? Oh, you know her.
Oh, we've met here and there.
Okay.
I had a while back, I had a great conversation with her and Millie is, yeah.
Perhaps
Huh.
also a random person in the hallway. Oh yeah, Charcelina.
She gets around.
Mommy! And I go down the stairs.
All right.
Oh, yeah, Sasha Luna, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
Sasha.
crazy.
Sasha. All right, let's head upstairs.
I follow Mari. And like looking at Liz, you don't see like the remains of the blood tears or anything, but definitely she looks a lot more disheveled and out of it than usual.
Liz, are you okay? What
I
happened?
just had a conversation with my great 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 grandfather.
Oh. What? What? Like them? Like a great 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 grandfather? Or
Apparently he was embraced possibly by Ebenezer or John.
hmm. Okay.
Okay, let me back up. I saw that somebody was spying on my grandmother, and I confronted him, and when I saw him, I recognized him, but I couldn't figure out why. And he just outright said, "I'm your great 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 grandfather,"
Okay.
and his name matches what I remember of the family tree. Um, and he told me that from what he has gathered, my family was not in fact killed by John Thomas.
So wait, so they're alive?
No, they're definitely dead, but they just weren't killed by him.
Oh.
He believes that it was perpetrated by their blood sister, another Ventrue, who was embraced by the same woman they were.
Oh.
But I don't know how much you remember of what I've told you guys of that night, but they weren't like drained or murdered in a typical sense. It was actually ruled as a death by car accident. But the person driving the other car, some stories said that they were Yakuza, other crime syndicates, some said mafia. And
Oh.
Jonathan, or Joseph, sorry. My great 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 grandfather, He said that his contacts said it was the Italian mafia.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I don't know if you would let me talk to your dad or but I need answers, Mari.
There might be an issue with that.
How hard did you break him when you ghouled him?
I turn around and I grab the ashtray. And I hand it to Liz.
Okay, remind me, does the ashtray whisper to me? Is it weird? Like, is it just an ashtray?
It's like, it has like a skull on it or something, right?
I don't remember what this design said, but yeah, if you have like, I think certain aspect powers, you can hear stuff. Oh yeah, it does moan slightly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have some of
It,
those.
if it moans when I hold it, I immediately like drop it
Not
on
that
the
kind of moan.
It
More like
doesn't matter.
agony.
It doesn't matter.
No.
If it makes a sound when I touch it, I immediately drop it on the couch cushion next between
Ah.
us.
Yeah.
Uh,
What the fuck kind of witchcraft bullshit did you just hand me, Mari?
Not my kind of witchcraft bullshit, that's for sure.
This shit wasn't in the haunted house.
No, I was literally given it 2 days ago. By Cesare.
What the fuck is it?
Elizabeth Caldwell, meet my father. Francisco, meet Elizabeth Caldwell.
Okay, you're gonna have to rewind a little bit. What the fuck?
You might need to sit down for this, actually.
I already am.
All right, good.
Are we talking like sit on the floor or sit down?
You might end up there.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I sit on the floor and then push the ashtray further away.
I grab it and I like hold it. My emotional support ashtray.
Gives more support than your dad ever did.
I know, this is the best he's ever been at fathering. So about 4 years ago now, actually let's start a little bit before. My dad, not a great person, obviously.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that.
He kind of treated me like garbage for basically my whole life, and I became a vampire in order to overpower him and take his place in the mafia. About a year or so ago, maybe. I did that. I killed him. And I've kind of the mafia boss now.
Congratulations, I think.
Yeah. But now my dad is an ashtray.
Okay, hang on. I have other questions, but like I killed him and now he's an ashtray. There I feel like there's a gap there.
You know, I can't fill that gap, honestly. Somehow got into the hands of the Giovanni, or at least Cesare.
Okay, that explains a bit more.
Yeah, and he just kind of handed it to me the other day, and was like, "Here's your dad." So,
Oh, so Saria's back in town.
yep.
You sound thrilled.
Yep. Um, listen, there's a few things that I could do. I feel really bad, but I do have the ability to possibly communicate with the ashtray in one way or another.
Well, if you don't, I don't want to make you talk to him if you don't have to.
No,
And based on what I heard, I don't know he'd have anything useful to say. Oh, yeah, stop.
we could ask Mario.
That's what I was thinking. If there are any like lieutenants or something of
If it was
Um,
anybody, it would be Mario. He's been the right hand and left hand of at least me and my dad. So if anybody knows anything, it's him. If anybody alive, then again, I could try to communicate with the ashtray.
well, let's try Mario first and then the ashtray.
Okay.
But why? I mean, I don't tell you everything. It's your life, but why didn't you feel that you could tell us about your dad and taking over the family business?
I don't know. I guess it's just trying to distance myself from my father. It was like I can't be anything like him. I can't. And it was really weird to think that even though I didn't really have him as a father figure growing up, somehow through experience or genetics or whatever, I became like him. And I feel like I'm starting to understand his mentalities, whether they were genuine or not. I think my dad didn't care about me or my brother because he didn't want to get close to people. And for the fear of losing them. Before any of this started, I wasn't supposed to get close to any of you guys. And now you're all I care about. So
I guess they say we all turn into our parents eventually, huh?
yes, so
That's what they say, though. We don't have to. We can be better than them. We can be different. You are your own person, Mari.
would it be weird to say I think you might be the 5th person to tell me that this week in the last 2 days?
Wow, you have had a night, haven't you?
Hey, you remember this?
What the fuck? Why is that here? Why do you have that thing out? I thought that
you
was over at the Tremere Chantry house.
no.
Well, fucking clearly not.
Yeah, maybe I should go take it back over there, honestly.
No.
No, Calcifer, stop.
I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. Please tell me you didn't fucking name this thing Mari.
Was I supposed to?
Every time you name something, you get attached.
I think where it came from. Or so help me. Well, I know.
Hang on. Why the fuck did you name it?
Because he said I could call him anything.
It's been talking to you?
Oh. No. Yeah, he's been talking to me.
For how long?
A few hours, maybe right after cars.
I'm sorry. After what?
I've been
Liz,
talking
it's
to
been
you
a
for a
long night.
while. You just
What
haven't
did-
been listening.
He said he's been talking to me for a while. I just haven't been listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a like you need to talk to some wizards about that shit.
No.
I can't hear that, can I?
It's like, don't talk to anyone, Mari.
Ooh.
Your kind finds infernalism bad. They would kill you if you told them about me. They think
Liz
you're...
didn't kill me.
No, not Liz, the Tremere. They'd kill you for just associating yourself with me. So don't tell them anything.
Okay.
Okay. You don't just say okay to
What?
the demon stick.
That's
What is he
rude. I'm a
saying?
cane.
Oh, he said that I shouldn't tell the Tremere because they might kill me.
They've already seen you, dipshit stick.
He just doesn't understand. That's why you don't talk magic
Just
stuff
dipstick.
with your
Dipshit.
dumb friends.
He's saying that you guys are dumb.
All right, demon dildo.
Do you want me to explain things to her properly?
How would you do that?
Or just talk to her and explain things to her properly?
Yeah, maybe another time. I'm gonna call Mario right now. I got like another person waiting downstairs. Just but it's a big night, all right? We can discuss this later, Calcifer.
So you call Mario, and he's just like, huh, Mario, what's wrong?
Oh.
What do I need? Do I need to kill somebody?
Oh,
Bodyberry?
oh gosh.
I love Mario.
Hey, hi Mario.
You need another grenade?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
question about
Oh,
something that
Okay, give me 1 second. You just hear him go over you. Hear what appears to be something poured. I'm drinking something. He's like, all right. No, what's going on? I was sleeping.
hang on, I'm gonna hand the phone to someone else.
Okay. That's Mario.
Mario, we've met a few times before. This is Elizabeth Caldwell,
Yep.
Mari's friend.
I know your voice.
I have a question that you may or may not remember about an incident that happened about 7 or 8 years ago.
The Caldwell incident?
Yeah.
I figured you'd
Fuck, dude.
it's like I kind of figured you'd ask about that at some point. Thought you would have asked a couple years ago.
Jeez.
Anyway, Francisco was paid some money from an individual to stage a scene, so it made it look like a couple known as the Caldwells died. And then to use some resources to look like some embezzling was going on in the company and stuff.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean make it look like they died? Make it look like it was an accident?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay, but they did actually die.
Hand the phone back to Mari, please.
Hello?
Before
Hey.
I hand it back, I put it on speakerphone.
Hey, Mari, turn off speakerphone.
Okay. Hello, you're off speakerphone.
Am I still on speakerphone? Sir, yeah, I suspected that your friend Elizabeth would ask you to try to put on speakerphone, but that just seems like something she would do. Anyway, she's asking some information that's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The mafia equivalent of top secret kind of thing that we just can't get, that we're not supposed to just let people know because it's criminal.
Yeah. No, I understand.
But I do know some of the information, but a lot of it that she's asking about the incident, I don't have access to. I wasn't quite in the position I am now with things, but that we do keep files, and your father does have a safe, and there should be a flash drive on there with all the details. But I can,
Shit, I gotta do.
but I can tell her what I know, but I want to make sure it's okay with you first before I explain things to a random, not quite random, but you know what I mean. It's not like she's Cesari, you know.
No, she's not sorry.
You can tell Cesari anything. Good boy.
Oh my god. Wow.
Cesari knows. He knows to keep a secret.
Yeah, I know.
So, just wanted to verify things with you and stuff before, you know.
Yeah. If as much, I guess Liz has been looking for this information for a long time, so.
Apparently not. She like never bothered to follow up on anything. It's really
Well,
weird.
no, I mean she's been trying to like figure out what's happening.
She just had the time.
She hasn't had time.
Yeah.
To quote David Tennant in that one movie.
You don't say the one movie. Your favorite movie.
The
Second
Secret
favorite.
Bride.
Second favorite.
Yeah.
And Tenant?
You go watch it. What?
So, if you're okay, I can talk to her and tell her what little I do know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like for me to stay here?
I don't know where here is.
Out like in the vicinity of the phone.
Oh yeah, sure. It's your phone.
Okay. All right.
All right, I'll just let Elizabeth to your phone.
Okay, can I put you on speaker now?
Sure.
You're on speaker.
Speak to me.
I'm putting you on the table. You're next to Ashtray.
Why do I hear moaning?
You don't know about Ashtray. I'm gonna move you a little bit. The Ashtray.
Why do we hear moaning?
Ashtray. So,
My dad's.
Elizabeth, so as I was saying, there was an incident we were paid money for the scene. Now I don't know the details, like who paid, who orchestrated it, which members of the mafia were there. I was not this position I am now. I was still doing a lot of stuff back in Italy, handling some of the family businesses there, as well as other things. Just so you're aware. Right. I'm trying to think best way to really say this. So your question was, were they actually killed or not, right?
Yes.
Yes. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's a hard situation. Just you can cry. Mari's there. You can cry on her shoulder. No. The answer to that question is not all of them died in the crash.
Who survived?
That I don't know. That would be on probably the gray flash drive. third shelf in the safe in Mari's dad's old safe. I think that's the one. It might be a different one, but I think that's the one that has some of the records on it. I do know there were survivors. Some didn't survive much later, but I do believe one or two are still alive.
Do you know? Do you know who paid for the?
I do not. It should be on the flash drive. I do know, I can say a couple things that I am aware of is that it happened. They were paid to do it. That it was that our family was picked because we had strong connections to Baltimore, where your family's from, as well as Europe, so it's easy for coordination kind of thing. Instead of a random one. From what I understand. Um, so, and that's what I do know personally.
Mhm.
But again, more information would probably be in that safe, as well as other things.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, I'm trying to think of how to say this or what to say. Do you know someone named Joseph?
I might. Why?
You're not the first Caldwell that has been asking me information, and I've been helping out. So, yeah, cousin of,
Number that he gave me. That was not Mario's number, was it?
well, when you go bring up on your phone, it's under Mario. Did you have Mario's phone number on your phone?
I'm
Anyway,
looking at
yeah.
Mari's cell phone.
Yeah, it's the same number.
God damn it.
It's like, yeah, he contacted me through a mutual friend back home. I don't ask me to go into detail about my mutual friends and all that stuff. It's personal. Anyway, hope that helps some.
Thank
Oh,
you.
But to reiterate, I was not involved. I don't want any beef between you and me, Elizabeth. I would hate to have to end you by you trying to start shit with me. But just so you know, nothing happened, okay? I was not
Mhm.
involved.
Yeah, Mario. Jeez.
I'm being brutally honest, Elizabeth.
And
I
I've
would
seen
end
you in action, Mario.
if you tried shit, I would end you.
Oh man, there's a whole coterie.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back to bed if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just having a real nice sleep. I actually just took a nice little pill to help me. I had a headache earlier.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, go back to sleep. I'm sorry.
it's okay. You guys have really weird hours. I sleep at the oddest of times anymore.
I was gonna ask because honestly I've been wondering that myself. I was asking myself when you sleep because it feels like whenever I need you,
Yeah, so I've
I'll call
adjusted to
you.
where, you know, the what is it? You know how there's places with 3 shifts, and then there, people work afternoon, night, whatever. So I've
Mm.
shifted it to where like I sleep in the day a lot, and then wake up in the afternoon and night kind of thing. But
Okay.
it varies. It's weird, especially
That's
since
yeah.
But I make it work,
Mm-hmm.
all without drugs, except caffeine.
Just coffee.
Oh yeah, I I have stock in coffee nowadays. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to bed. Hopefully.
All right, good night.
Uh, good night.
I love you.
Love you too, Mari. Like the daughter I never knew.
All right, go to sleep, Mario.
And with that, we will see if Elizabeth wants to say anything before we end.
Thank you, Mari.
I will make sure to grab the gray flash drive.
Mhm.
Yes.
On the third shelf.
Okay, gray flash drive on the third shelf. I will write it down. I also have to talk to a woman about another woman. But I will get you that flash drive as soon as I can.
Wait, you're not planning the thing, are you? Not like soon.
Maybe. I'm trying to gather some information first.
All right. When you do, you know where I am.
Yeah, I was hoping to talk to maybe you and Cozy about some things. I don't want to drag you guys into anything before your wedding, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyway, got a lot of stuff to do. I'll get
Yeah,
you
I
the
mean-
flash drive as soon as possible. I'll give you a hug right now. I'm so sorry. This sucks.
Yeah, I give you a hug back.
Okay.
Look, that's you right there.
Oh, I'm a baby.
Oh, she kisses you for a
Oh,
day.
thank you, Liz.
Bounces you upside down.
So with that conversation going, we will stop for now. Remember, next time we start, Sasha will be showing up. Then we've got Sean and some Jilon. Hopefully next
Jilon
week.
is on his way to the Flying Duckman, from according to chat.
He's gonna show up there right around the time Sasha shows up, I
Yeah.
say.
Yay!
I am so delighted by this.
So hopefully next time, everybody will be together except for Sean,
Mhm.
who's planning a Scooby doing the shit out of my it's fire.
Sophia is sitting in a chair that faces the door so she can see when people come and go, and she's currently reading a book that's titled "It's Okay That You're Not Okay."
I think Mari needs that.
Sean gets a look like, no. Repressed feelings. Yeah. How to kill people. That's a little on the nose. Can they really rent these books out, sell these books?
How to
If you
kill
will
They
go-
call
them.
it they call it if you kill people.
If you kill
Mhm.
people.
So thank you for joining us. This session was a little bit longer than most, but it is okay. Join us next time as we do more in a very impactful night. Keep coming to our channel, seeing all of our wonderful shows. This one, Savage Worlds, Pathfinder: Rise of the Rune Lords. Currently a Power Rangers game, and a Mage 20th anniversary sorcery game. All fun, all exciting for the most part. Keep watching them, and till next time, hope you all had a bloody good time.